Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Place in the Middle podcast. My name is Amy.
And I'm Butter, and today we're gonna talk about our plane experience.
One of my favorite topic, actually.
I think that's really unique to us,
Uh-huh.
like of how much we travel. Unless you're like maybe a business man or businesswoman where you travel all the time. Rarely do people travel this much. I realize
That's true. That's true.
Some people never travel in their life. Like some people I know never get out of
Their own country.
their own country or their own states.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, wow, like, oh, is this is a rare for
Right.
us to be traveling like this often, to have
Right.
a routine and to know places so much.
And know what to do, like, once you land, once you
Yes.
go up on the air.
And like what to expect basically, even though you might not be not might never have been to that specific airport, but you know basic rules of airports, like how it works.
Right.
So it's not so much as anxiety producing.
Yeah.
Okay, so should we start off with like our plain like routines?
You want to talk about yours first?
Okay, I'll talk. Okay,
I'm gonna eat in my snack.
Oh, okay.
So.
You enjoy your snack first. Okay. So I guess ever since I was young, like my dad had to go to work in the States during the summer. So every couple of summers we would go to the States. I hate planes when I was younger. Like it was so anxiety producing. Just thinking, if we crash, there's no way we'll probably survive. You know what I'm saying? Like in a car, there's a likely chance. And people keep trying to tell me like, Butter, you know that like the chances that planes crash is less than car crash. You know what I'm saying?
That's not helpful.
I mean, like it's even though it's less than, but I'm like, yeah, and there's still plane crashes. And if they
Right.
crash, you're probably not gonna survive.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but for me, the takeoff and landings are the worst part of it. They're just it's so loud, like the engines are going and
Mm-hmm.
just that whole like movement of going up and down. And like flights from Thailand to the States usually are long flights.
Mhm.
The fastest one for us, which I love the most, is with Korean Air, and it's from Chiang Mai to Seoul, Korea, and then to Dallas. And so it's about 5 hours from
Right.
here to Seoul, 5-ish hours, and then 13 hours from Seoul to Dallas.
So it depends on where you land in the States, actually.
Right.
So, I know the Korean Air, their route, Seoul is kind of like their hub,
Yes.
and out of that, they land in Seattle, San Francisco, LA, Dallas, and I think Dallas is kind of like a jump off to the east.
Uh-huh.
You have to like one more layover there to go to like Chicago or
Right.
wherever.
Right. Which is like
Yeah,
it was nice because of the place where I was going was already Dallas. Like that was where
that's good.
we need to go.
Right.
And so it was the most direct flight.
Mhm.
But route like so I would know like that was the route we would always take usually because it was the fastest, less layover time. It was never like over a day. It was like maybe 2-3 hours, and it was nice. Like you stretch, you do this, and you get back on the plane. And so I think like I just got used to like on Korean Air I can ask for like there's bibimbap, like that's the food that they serve, and that's
Yes.
like good food.
That's the only food that you should like. That's the choice that you have to take.
Yes. If they say, would you like Korean rice, like
Yeah, I think like they
mixed rice or
call it
whatever?
like some like
Yeah.
rice and beef. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
you
they
need to
call
kind of
it.
like listen to like what they're trying to say. And then or like, would you like a fish? Go with the rice.
Go with
Go.
like what is it called? Like the choice of
That
if it-
country's plain
exactly
Yeah.
where they came from.
where they came from. Like since Korean Air is from Korea and that dish is from Korea, they're gonna have it good.
That's right.
Yeah. But if they like offer you like breakfast, because on the 13 hour you get a breakfast and like
Dinner.
2 meals.
So I think you get 2 snacks, 1 dinner, and 1 breakfast.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. Listen for like like which one is the authentic one.
The ethnic food.
Yeah,
That one.
yeah. Because some of them is like there's a beef or chicken
right.
or like rice or eggs or whatever. But I love Korean Air, like that's like the most direct flight. And when I lay over in Seoul, I like to go like we used to like to go eat like at their like food court
The best, dude.
because I love Korean food and
Right.
like
It's so good.
and there's not like enough time to like leave the airport because it's so fast.
Honestly, the best airport to be in too.
Right.
It's fun.
They have lots of activities for you to do at
Mhm.
the Seoul one. So even if I did like 5-6 hour layover, I did like a cultural experience. Like you could do like a painting or crafting
Right. And it's
or
all free.
shower.
And
This
it's
is all
free.
free. They give
Yeah.
it to you can all do this free showers. And they just have so many like food options that I'm like,
Yeah.
this is like I could spend like multiple hours
Yeah.
just like going through this.
Wait, go back a little bit. And do you have like routines once you get on the plane?
Yes, like I need to be settled.
Uh-huh.
Like-
How do you like I want to hear about that.
But it doesn't really take much, but I have to feel comfortable. I would get on the plane almost last because I feel like what's the point of getting on so early? We have to be in it for like the next 5-6
Okay,
hours. So
okay.
I'm like, and I don't like planes anyways. When you get on the plane, there's a certain smell.
Oh my gosh, I know
I
exactly
hate that smell.
Yeah.
That smell just makes me nauseous to
Yeah.
begin with.
Oh, me too. Uh-huh.
So I'm like, oh, okay. I don't need to like hurry to. The only reason why I hurry is if like I want to put like my bags on top where I'm sitting.
On the compartment, yeah.
Yeah, compartment, and there's like a lot of people, and I might not have my bags right where I'm sitting. You might have to put it like before or
Right,
after.
right.
I get on, I sit down. Oh, I pull out like all my stuff like that I need. Maybe like I need like my Kindle, my charger, like anything that I would need on the plane so that I don't have to open the compartment on top. So I pull them all out and I put it in the seats in front. And then I put on my seatbelt and then I stretch it to where it's like the most space.
Uh-huh, yeah.
So that I can move around, not like really tight yet.
Uh-huh.
And so I can move around. I get a Yadom, my
Inhaler?
inhaler thing, like 1 or 2, make sure like it's accessible. Then I like get my own earphones
Right.
so that because theirs
Yeah.
I can't really hear. The ones that they give, it's like a
Exactly.
it's like put on.
I'm like, all you hear is oh
Yeah.
the whole time.
and it's like
The plane
the
sound.
plane sound and I'm like I can't hear it. They're just like cotton pads on my ears,
Oh yeah.
you know. And so like we're not doing that.
Right.
So I pull out my own like headphone things where it's like in my ear because the AirPods are nice, but they like if I sleep and they fall off,
Oh my gosh.
it's like I don't really want to deal with that. And so I do one that's like plug in and then plug in my ear and then I can hear fine. That's about it.
Yeah. I have
What
a
about
whole
you?
routine set down.
More.
Especially like the one that are we if we're talking about the same route. Okay. For me, if the plane is longer than like 2 to 3 hours, I'm like I have a routine basically. I don't sleep in like a honestly for me like the first flight from Chiang Mai
Yeah.
to Seoul,
So
that 5 hours, I hate that plane.
why?
It's so small
Oh,
and
it
like
is a
I
small
couldn't
plane.
sleep.
It's a 3-3. It's a 3
Ex-
seat and 3 seat.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And I think the worst part is we fly at midnight and we get to Seoul around 5 a.m. And that time is the time that you get so tired.
Mhm.
But at the same time, like I can't get comfortable in that
Time frame?
I don't know, in that plane.
Space?
Like at all. I don't know why. But then once I'm super tired from there, we have a layover, right?
Yeah.
It depends on how long you like if you're flying to the West Coast, you have a longer layover.
Oh, okay.
Because you know they want you to arrive kind of like at the same time as other planes, whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So sometimes when I have layover, like the first time I fly that route, I was with my younger brother, so we took time like taking a nap. So I would sleep first. He would just stay awake to just do whatever
In
so,
the airport?
in the
Oh.
airport, so he can like look over me. And when he he sleeps, I would just stay awake
Uh-huh.
and just find things to do. And but anyways, go back to the plane. I would have a routine of once we go, like I would put my stuff, everything that I needed, I put in a backpack.
Okay.
So I put it under the, where
Yep,
my feet
yep.
supposed to go. And I think one of the non-negotiable that I need, actually 2 things. I need like the neck pillow. I
okay.
love the one from Muji
Okay.
because like you can squish it around.
Is it the long one?
Yes, that one. And a noise canceling headphone.
Oh, yeah,
I
they help.
need it so bad. Like it quiet. Like I think I also have noise sensitivity sometimes.
Yeah.
Like when things get too loud, it makes me very irritated.
Yeah.
So when things quiet down, it makes me a little bit more calm.
hmm
And 30 minutes in to the flight, nothing's gonna happen. But after 30 minutes, they're gonna start serving your first like
Meal.
food, your
Yeah.
first meal. Once I eat that, I would eat so fast, guys. I would devour that meal, and I would get up first to go brush my teeth, wash my face,
Ah.
put on my lotions, pee, all that kind of stuff.
Oh,
I'll do
yeah.
all my business in the bathroom.
Yeah.
I will rush back, take my allergy meds
Uh-huh.
of the day, and knock out.
Oh.
It's over for me because like the Muji neck pillow have a hood that comes over it. So I will put on a hood, an ear, the neck pillow, the headphone, the hood, and I'm piecing out.
Oh.
The longest I slept on the longest flight was I think I slept for like 10 hours
Wow.
and I didn't wake up.
I can't do that.
I don't know how I did it either.
I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
I don't know
And-
how that works.
You know the blankets they give you?
Uh-huh.
I don't like it because it's so staticky.
Oh, yes.
And I'm like,
It like stuck on my yeah.
yeah, and then I hate touching things.
Uh-huh.
Like you know that
On the especially the long one, by the end of it, you are staticky. Your skin
Yeah.
is so dry.
yeah,
I zap everything.
exactly. So I would actually just use that blanket to like I would put it all the way down to the floor
Oh.
and have it like the long way
Oh.
and then tuck the ends under my neck pillow. So I'm gonna be like I'm a mummy. I'm mummified.
Oh,
So I'm
okay.
covered.
Yeah.
So I would sleep like that for 10 hours.
I don't think I can do that. I'm just like
Like I actually don't wake up for snacks. Like I couldn't.
I'm sore. I think like I'm like the position is not like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know
I get it.
like I'm just sore. I need to get up a little bit.
But I do get up to stretch because like you know when you sit so much like when you lean so much the pressure goes down to your tailbone so much.
Oh my word.
And let's not
I totally get it.
tailbone pains is something
Tailbone pain. Oh my god. I get it.
yeah
You-
after
I'm like,
first like after I went to the States like the recent one the first year that I went there I literally have to come back that summer to do physical therapy. Yeah, it
Holy
was so
cow.
bad.
yeah, but I'm starting to realize like the older I get, my tailbone hurts more and faster, like on the
True.
shorter flights,
True.
and it's starting to like
Yeah.
oh no,
And your
wow.
hamstring gets so like tight
Oh,
and then it's all connected because my
Aw.
hamstring once it's tight everything hurts.
oh,
So that's like my routine that I have. Like I just have my own routine
yeah,
that I just do and I literally go to sleep and if they like I would actually if they don't come back to grab the tray yet, I
Yeah.
would literally take that tray, walk to them,
Oh really?
give it back. I'm like, take it, girl. And then I would close that thing, I would go to sleep.
Oh,
I love aisle seat because
Me too.
I pee a lot.
I don't pee a lot, but to me, I love aisle seats. The convenience of I don't need to inconvenience people
Okay, yes.
to
same.
go.
Yeah.
And so you need to inconvenience me when you go, and that's
Uh-huh.
okay. That's totally fine with me. But I choose it so that like I can go whenever I want to go. Like if I
Me too.
see that it like oh there's nobody in the bathroom, I'm gonna go right now,
Exactly.
and like I don't have to talk
the
to
green
anybody.
light. Yes.
Yeah, like I could just walk there. So I
That's
always
right.
choose aisle seat.
The whole excuse me thing. Oh, the
My
pain.
sister and my sister loves the window seat, and I like the aisle seat. And if it's a 3-3, there was one time we're like, just sit wherever we want to sit. So you sit the window, I'll sit the aisle. But the flight was full, so there was somebody in the middle between
Oh
us,
no.
and it was totally fine.
Oh,
We were literally like, you do you, I do me, and stuff like that. And she
Yeah.
literally, yeah, because like really long on these planes. But I like wake up in like every couple
intervals.
hours, yeah. And so like and so I like to see the movies too, like the selection on the plane.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like I like to go like browse and see like what's on here, what would be interesting to watch. So like I sleep in little bits but never like long.
Mm.
And I just started using like a neck pillow recently. I will say it was a little life changing.
But this whole time,
This whole time I never use it. I just thought like it's unnecessary.
Girl.
I don't really need it. Then I got one at the airport. I'm like, was this a bad purchase? Like, did I just like? I don't know if it's the one like this, and you can like buckle it, and you can sleep. But this way to me wasn't like comfortable. But when I flip it over like to this side,
Uh-huh.
and I can lay this way still, like this, I like knocked out for a couple like longer than I could. I was like,
True.
whoa,
Girl, it's quite
And
life-changing.
then this year I decided to bring it with me on a trip, but I put it in my check bag. I was like, where's my neck pillow?
Travel fail.
Yeah, failure. And I was like on the plane, I'm like pissed off. Why did I even carry this if I'm gonna pack it in my check bag? I'm like,
Right.
okay, so
That's so
there's that. Yeah. So
Oh my gosh.
I think it is helpful. Like some of these things.
Yeah, I have like questions here, so I'm just looking it up.
Yep.
Oh, you know what?
Mm.
Since we're on, or like we're already here, let's talk about best airlines.
Okay, yes.
The one that you
Best Airlines.
but you've been taking. I mean, of course, you mentioned
Korean Air, Singapore Air.
I've actually never been to Singapore Airline.
Okay, Singapore Air, Emirates.
Okay.
I think I got like, yeah, like I missed the flight and then was put on like Emirates or something like that.
Mm.
I don't remember. ANA, I think. Okay, we're just talking not just like local flights, right? Like because we cover like Vietjet, Nok Air, Air Asia.
Are we
Bangkok.
doing domestic as well?
Let's not do them. Oh, we can, I guess.
Sure.
But
Sure.
those are not included for sure because we're talking about the best flights. Those are just the most cost effective.
That's true.
So I'm not gonna choose those because they're just cheap.
I guess I think let's talk about experience, like best experience that you have in a flight.
okay. Korean Air
Yeah,
for sure.
you know it's crazy because I always like Korean Air is always my number one.
Mm.
Then COVID hits,
Oh,
and I
Okay.
couldn't fly. I couldn't fly Korean Air
it's so
because
expensive.
it's so expensive.
Yeah.
They tripled the
Yep,
price.
yep.
It was wild. There's no flight flying out of Chiang Mai anyway, so
Yep.
I'm like, why am I gonna get something that's so expensive that I had to fly somewhere else?
Yeah.
So during that time, during 2020, Japan Airlines was about to go bankrupt.
Oh, really?
So they bumped the price down a little bit. So I actually get to fly Japan Airlines for the first time during COVID.
Mm.
And you know how there's economy, premium economy, and
Yeah.
then business?
Yeah.
So for some reason I got an economy price for premium economy.
Oh.
So the seats are wider.
Yeah.
But the best part was like the whole plane, there was like 10 people.
I mean,
So I got the
right.
whole row.
Yeah.
But the food was so good.
I bet. Yeah.
I was like, huh? And the best part, the very Japanese, they actually give you like a little menu of like introducing like who's actually cooking your food, who came up with this whole
yeah,
thing,
Yeah, that's so
what's
cool.
the menu, so you actually get to read what's in it.
Yeah.
And oh my gosh.
The service.
So honestly, during COVID, Japan Airlines like
really good.
literally bumped it up for me. Like I think they became my number one. And I guess it's because I'm so used to Korean Air
Yeah.
that I went to Japan Airlines. I'm like, wow, this
This is also good.
is like equally good,
Yeah.
and the food is great.
Right. And I think it honestly overall like I think it depends on the routes, like where we're going.
Oh my gosh, I have horror stories too. So
Yeah, because for me is like I think Korean Air overall is the best flight time, layovers,
True.
and things like that. But if we were to go somewhere else, I think there's like Emirates is really good too. Like they're like luxury, like I feel like very luxury
yeah, Emirates,
style.
I heard good things about it. I didn't have good times with Qatar Airlines though.
Emirates, but I will say like their customer service, like the flight attendants on Emirates is not as good as like Korean Air
The
or
service,
like
right?
there's something about the way they treat you is not as kind.
That's true. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand.
But I got bumped up on Emirates to business class one time. Yeah.
Girl.
I was just in the economy back from New Zealand, I think. And they like bumped me up. Like the flight wasn't full or something. And they said like
Nice.
usually Emirates does this quite often. Bump people up like
Interesting.
solo travelers or things like that. So I got bumped up to business class and it was nice. Like you can lay down.
I
But
bet.
the thing is, in any business class, like on Korean Air, or something else, if you get to lay down, it's really nice.
Right.
So it's not really the service. Do you know what I'm saying?
I get it.
So like Emirates, even though I got to be on business class and it was awesome, it was because it was business class, not the service.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. That's so I still think like Korean Air is probably overall my all-time favorite.
Mm.
Singapore Air is actually really good.
I heard so many good things about
The
it. Yeah.
route though was the worst thing I have ever done to myself. Like it was cheapest for us that year to do Singapore airline back from like to go for my sister and I to go there and back from America. And so but we were leaving from Houston instead of Dallas this time.
Okay.
So it was Houston to Dallas because there's no Houston and then out. So it was like Houston, Dallas, Houston, Dallas, or no, I don't know about the way back. Maybe the way from Chiang Mai back to or Bangkok back to America. It was like Bangkok, Singapore, Russia.
Huh?
Yeah, we were in Russia for a little bit. Russia.
Do you fly east? Did you fly west? Wait, hold on.
I don't know.
Because usually, the thing is, you know, we fly around this way,
Yeah.
like to the Pacific Ocean.
Yep.
Yeah. But then, do you fly the other side?
I'm
Do you fly
guessing
through Europe?
I'm guessing I don't know which I didn't even care. We was just like it was a good price. We should be fine. But this time we decided like we'll go like yeah, it was like Bangkok, Singapore, Russia,
Russia.
Dallas, Houston. No. Houston,
Houston,
Dallas,
Dallas.
Abilene. So I had to like
Oh,
on and on.
girl.
Like by the time I got to Abilene, I literally talked to myself, I don't know how we're gonna do this, but I'm not leaving. Like I'm not getting on a
Yeah,
plane
no,
to go back home. I don't know how we're saying, but we're not going back. Like it was so bad. It was so bad.
I get it.
That was just like, I'm not doing that ever
Yeah.
again.
I have so many horror stories during COVID too.
Oh really?
I had to fly. So we had a quarantine.
Yeah.
So we had to fly a certain route. I got on this one airline, and it was so bad because of like the route that I was taking and the people that are going to that country.
Oh.
It was so bad.
Oh.
Like by an hour into the flight, the flight attendants closed the lavatory, the bathroom on the
oof.
back for them to use
Oh my gosh.
and not the guests. And like all the travelers were stuck to use like the middle bathroom, and the floor was sticky
Ew.
from like pee.
Oh gosh.
People were not aiming and shooting, like the guys.
Yeah.
And like I think like I don't know what was going on that flight, if that was normal or anything.
Yeah.
Like once I went to the bathroom, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
And it was so bad because I was an aisle seat, and like I don't mind moving for
Right.
people.
Me too. Yeah.
But they kept waking me up. They kept like
Oh.
tapping me and like asking to leave or like asking me questions. I'm
So-
like,
oh really?
God, if my eyes are closed, if my headphones on,
You don't ask questions.
don't talk to
Yeah.
me. That's adequate. Like,
Yeah.
don't do it.
Yeah.
So I literally never flew that flight, like that airlines. Like,
Ever
I
again.
swear. Like I
Like you
can't.
stopped. Yeah.
But the thing is, I don't think it's a reflection of the airline, but I think it's a reflection of the route that I was taking.
Yeah. The people that get on that route to
Exactly.
that country. Yeah. I can see that.
And that was like one of the worst flight that I've been on. And there was this one time where I was flying out from Washington Dulles to come back here.
Oh.
It was Korean Air as well.
Oh really?
Yeah, and Korean Air, for some reason, the plane landed, but something was broken.
Oh no.
So they had to fix it. So at that point, we thought we were going to be stuck in Washington Dulles. And, like, you know, I'm literally going to demand for, like, a hotel. Like, I'm
Yeah.
not going to stay here. It's
Yeah.
just too long. But eventually we flew. So once we flew, we missed our connecting flight in Korea.
Oh yeah.
I was stuck in the airport for 27 hours.
Oh my gosh.
And the worst part was that the airline wasn't helping me at all. Like,
They didn't give you any hotel.
they give us the lounge,
Oh.
but then like being stuck on a lounge without any sleep
yeah.
for 27 hours, it was horrible.
Yeah, that would be
And, like,
bad.
When I was trying to like ask them nicely, they kept dismissing me
Oh.
because I was speaking English.
Why?
Like they would not speak to me in English.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And this is like
This
the
Korean Air?
Korean Air counter,
Oh,
like
dang.
the lounge counter. I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was just done. I was like, at that point, I was so tired. I couldn't sleep because I was by myself. Like,
Uh,
you know, when you travel by yourself, you kind of have to be quite aware.
yeah.
I had to do everything in my power to like stay awake. I took a shower like twice or something
Oh
like
my
that.
gosh.
Yeah, and then I was gonna try to find a hotel, but it's all booked up in the yeah.
In the airport.
So I think that was like a one thing that was um that I had a bad experience with Korean
Oh.
Air. I think the service I was so confused. I was like, huh? I thought it was gonna be better.
Uh-huh.
But that time that I was flying back home from the States, like the first destination to Chiang Mai, was 65 hours.
Holy cow.
I was dead.
That's crazy.
I was dead. Like, oh my goodness. It was horrible because I arrived at the hotel in Bangkok and they were so nice enough to like move my reservation the next day because I missed
Oh.
it, you know?
Uh-huh.
And I sent all the information. They were okay with it. And
Yeah,
I
that is
arrived
nice.
I arrived at like 3 in the morning. Yeah, and my flight was in the afternoon the next day. So I just slept
Knocked
all
out.
the way, yeah. And then woke up and I didn't actually sleep that much because jet lag.
Yep. It's not like you can really sleep even though you're so tired.
Exactly. You're so tired you couldn't sleep. Yeah. So that's one of like my horror stories of airlines. Do you have any?
I missed the flight like from Lubbock one time. I think Lubbock like
Mhm.
the delayed and I was like, "Oh, we're cutting it close." Like ran like got to Dallas, ran to the counter and then like the plane just left. Like couldn't do it. So like they had to reschedule, but it was for the next day.
Mm-hmm.
And at first they weren't putting me up in a hotel or anything like that. And so then my mom's like, "They have to. Like you need to like I'll go ask them again."
It was it because of do you miss a connecting flight?
Yeah.
Okay, it wasn't your fault, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like the first one delayed, and so I got delayed in the second one. And so then they're like, "Oh, okay," but they put me up in like a janky like hotel,
Oh,
like
is
a
it sketchy?
like a sketchy one
Oof.
hotel. My mom's like, "No, you're traveling by yourself. Don't do that." So we have friends in Dallas, so like, can you go help us pick up Butter, and then like take her back, and then come back the next day because the next day the flight wasn't like early,
Right.
and so that's what happened. And then I was put on a different route back
Uh-huh.
then, like with like Japan or ANA or something like that. And so
Ooh,
went
yes,
to different,
nice.
yeah, to Japan instead. Passed through that route, but mostly like the bad experience I have are mostly with like low cost airlines.
Yeah, that makes sense. They make you pay for everything.
Everything like it's 0.1 kilos over. Are you serious? Like
I'll just eat my
yeah,
my clothes. Like
give me 1 second, let me pull it out.
Yeah.
you know, I think I mean, but it's low cost, I guess, for them. But it's just to me like how low is low? Like 0.1 or 2, like is that not okay?
Right. Honestly, if you travel a lot, I really suggest you get like a priority pass. I have a priority pass. I don't know. You don't. Do you know what that is?
No, what do you?
It's
what's the-
basically a membership card that get you into lounges
Mm.
like everywhere in the world.
Oh,
So I actually got that. I didn't pay for the membership, but like my younger brother has a credit card that is attached. Like that was like one of the perks that they
benefits
get
of it.
priority pass. So
yeah.
under his name, he made me a credit card that's attached to his as well. So I also got priority pass. And that was so good because
For any lounge in the
so basically
world?
they have an app on like you go into priority pass and you see this airport, this this concourse,
Yeah.
like if there's lounges that you can actually go in for free.
Oh, that's nice.
So there are so many you can go in for free, get food. So when I was stuck in Washington Dulles, I went to every single lounge.
Oh,
I took a
cool.
lounge tour. Like I went to British Airline. I went to
wow.
it was really fun.
Oh, that's fun.
Air France, their food was pretty good. What's the other one? I think it was Emirates or something like that. That was really good too. The food was
Wow.
good. Yeah. So it's fun. Like
I have a credit card that like gives like 2 lounge passes like per year,
nice.
but I don't know. Like I only use the one in like Suvarnabhumi Airport
Uh-huh.
and their lounge thing, and it
Coral?
was fun.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
But I went to that one and was like, oh, it's good. Like, it was okay.
Yeah.
But it just helps the experience a little nicer if you have a longer layover. I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I think like one of the best airlines is probably like Asian airlines, like Japan,
Hands down.
Korean, Singapore. Like for some reason, the training.
The service is like
Yeah.
they're so proper. Like they're not gonna shout at you, but
Professional, very professional.
very professional. They're not gonna shout at you. They're not gonna get emotional at you.
Yeah.
But if they have to make something like happen, they will
Yes.
in like a stern voice. But you know,
Yep.
it's like they're not making you like you feel attacked.
Right. It's very polite.
Yeah,
Like, yeah, I don't know. I just think when people travel, there's already a little bit of anxiety, like traveling
true,
and
true.
stress. And so like just having them be so gentle, like accommodating
Mm-hmm.
for a lot of things, just their voice and the way they
Mhm.
conduct themselves makes you feel a little bit calmer, like
Yeah.
I'm safe, like this is okay.
Mhm.
Instead of like, do I need to protect myself? Like that kind of situation.
Oh, also, do you know that recently, you know how Korean Air before this you can get like instant ramen?
Yes.
Now, like anytime.
Yes, and
They're
now
canceling that.
because did it spill or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, like it was not
they're
safe.
canceling that. Yeah, which is sad, but yeah, I actually never got one.
I got one time, I
Yeah,
think, because I
'cause-
didn't like the food or something, and I was like, "Can I get the ramen?" And I'm like, "This is so.
The Shin Ramen,
This
right?
is it. Yes."
Now I want it.
Well, it was so good. Like you're on the plane, you're like, "Oh, this is a good snack."
Yeah, like the Koreans are onto something.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, that was good, but now they can't. I think it's just because it's hot.
it's true.
If like you spill it,
And not
that-
everybody's careful,
no,
right?
yeah, exactly. Not everybody's gonna eat properly or be like
That's
the
true.
movement
Ooh,
or in turbulences too.
true.
Even if you are careful,
Yeah. I was just thinking of compression socks.
do
Do
you
you
use them?
Okay, the thing is, I didn't use them. I was
I
like,
use
I was
them.
fine.
Yeah, me too.
You know, I was like, I'm young enough.
Yeah, we do.
But then I went when I was with my younger brother. We went on a skiing trip, like a like a ski resort, snowing trip. And for the what is it called? The socks for the ski boots.
Mm.
It goes up quite high and it's quite thick,
Uh-huh.
and it compressed you a little bit.
Oh.
And I wore that for the first time. I'm like, oh,
It's good.
like your blood flows better.
Oh.
Yeah, because
Wow.
it's not down there and you get stuck.
Yeah.
So that's also quite life changing for me.
So
Compression
you use
socks.
it on
Yeah.
airplanes now?
I mean, if it's a long flight, if it's like an hour, I'm not gonna bust
No,
out like
no.
a headphone, like
Yeah,
a neck
all
pillow.
the things.
That's
Yeah.
so extra. You know?
Everybody would be like, it's only 1 hour.
It's like you literally go up and,
And
you
then down,
land.
yeah.
But I think having plane experiences is such a privilege, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, and like not everybody's gonna get it. So we
Mhm.
all both really recognize that
Yeah.
we actually get opportunities to actually travel.
Yeah, explore so many different places.
Yeah.
And like that is a rarity. Like not
Yeah.
like you said, not everybody gets to do that.
Exactly.
Not everybody has opportunities to travel like
Yeah.
us
Mhm.
and just get to share the experiences.
Right.
Like the routes we like best or
Mhm.
bad experiences.
But yeah, I guess I hope you guys enjoy this episode of plane experiences and like our routines, our little quirks, and just our opinions on airports,
Right.
food,
Yes.
airlines.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. From the experiences that we've had over the years of just
Mhm.
traveling back and forth and long flights,
Yeah.
short flights, things like that.
Honestly, in the future, if like we save up enough, I think we would love to take a trip together.
Yes.
That'd be so aquariums.
Right.
Yes.
We would go explore an aquarium somewhere.
Yeah, that'd be so fun.
All right, well that's it for today. Don't forget to like and subscribe our videos on YouTube and follow us on Instagram.
And see you next Tuesday.
Right. Bye.
Bye.